again? Oh man. Why do you do that, Kate? I've got to go wash my hands. Gross. This is not a good time to be videoing. The tie-down strings help to keep the plastic tighter, especially on windy days. We wait until the last freeze and wait until the temperatures are consistently warm enough, at least in the 60s, even in the evening, and then we put the shade cloth on. But first we have to remove the plastic.
So what we'll do is we'll mark the south end of the top. We'll put a line right down the middle where the pipe is, and then she'll put an S on it. And that'll help us make sure we get it back on the right way. It makes it a whole lot easier. Okay, she's going to mark the north end the same way, right down the middle on the pipe. Everything should line up once you get it to that point. Okay, so this is the wiggle wire, and it's in a little track, and it just goes in and out just like that. You know, the hardest thing is to not get this end that's sharp to keep it from cutting it. Other than that, we'll just lay this wiggle wire down right where we got it out. That way it goes back in, and we know it's the right size. Sometimes to get it started, you have to have some pliers just to pull that out like that. And then you're ready to go.
The plastic we've had for at least 2 years, and it's holding up really well. We got it from the greenhouse place in Kingston, Oklahoma, Leon's. We've had really strong winds. We've had several small hailstorms. I have no holes. The sun has not damaged the plastic. It's holding up really well. I think that we'll be able to put it on in the fall and get another year out of it easily. One benefit of having the shade cloth on, I don't have to worry about it getting too hot. I don't have to go open doors and vent the sides. It's always vented, so it's really nice. If I have to go somewhere early in the morning, I can just leave. I don't have to worry about, setting the greenhouse up and getting it ready for the day. It's always ready. When we remove the plastic, we fold it and store it in the barn until we need it next fall. By the end of summer, I'll pull all the vegetables that are in the greenhouse now and plant a fall garden, so we'll have to have the plastic back on before the first freeze. The shade cloth is also stored in the barn when we're not using it, and it's also still in perfect condition. We start by putting the shade cloth over the pipes. Putting the shade cloth or the plastic on the greenhouse is really a two-man job. I think one person could do it. It would take forever. But we use these clamps, and they will be your best friend if you have a greenhouse, because I use them for so many different things. When we start putting the net over the greenhouse, you can see that we work it up as far as we can reach. We'll clamp it, and then, well, I'm using we loosely. Brett clamps it, and then he'll come down to where I'm holding my place, and then he can pull it up a little higher, clamp it. It's beneficial to be really tall like he is. I can only lift it up so far, and which is not very far, without a ladder. This is a 50% shade cloth, so it lets 50% of the light in and gives 50% shade, obviously. So it does several things. It keeps the greenhouse cooler. It helps keep bugs out if I keep the doors shut. It lets the rain in, so I don't have to water as much. But I do open the doors so that the bees can come and go as they please. Obviously, we want bees to come in there, and they're welcome. It helps keep the greenhouse so much cooler, and yet the plants grow just fine with it. The shade cloth goes on the same way that the plastic does. We use the same wiggle wire and the same wiggle wire tracks. This entire process probably took us an hour to take the plastic off and put the shade cloth